Welcome to this July 30, 2020 virtual public meeting for the Farm to Market Road 407 feasibility study presented by the Texas Department of Transportation, Dallas District. Please note that you may pause this video at any time to allow additional time to study each slide. On behalf of Dallas District Engineer, Mr. Mo Burr, the department appreciates your interest in this FM 407 study. The department's project manager for this study is Mr. Stephen Indris, and the consultant project manager is Mr. Nasser Abusad of Civil Associates. These individuals and their study team members will be responding to your questions regarding this study. This meeting has been convened by the department's Dallas District office and is being held to receive and consider comments from the public regarding the FM 407 feasibility study. TxDOT is conducting this virtual public meeting to avoid in-person contact. The presentation will cover the same information the Dallas District would share at an in-person public meeting. However, the comment process will be different. Details on how to submit a comment and have your questions addressed will be covered later in this presentation. All study information can be found on the TxDOT website. The approximately 13-mile corridor and study area is located in Denton County as noted in yellow on the study location map and spans from west of FM 156 in the city of Justin eastward to FM 1830 in the city of Argyle. The map also notes the general locations of the individual municipalities located within or near the study area. This study is needed because the existing FM 407 corridor between the study limits does not meet current design standards, nor does it adequately serve current and forecasted traffic volumes, which results in traffic congestion and reduced mobility. The purpose of this feasibility study is to identify, evaluate, and recommend conceptual solutions to improve travel conditions along FM 407, specifically improving operations of the roadway, providing a safer, more efficient means to travel through the area, increasing mobility, including pedestrian and bicycle accommodations, and adding travel lane capacity. There are several steps in the feasibility study process. Today we are conducting Step 4 of the study process. Step 4 presents the recommended build alternative for public review and comment during this virtual public meeting. This alternative entails the reconstruction and widening of FM 407, FM 407 intersection improvements, and the preliminary right-of-way footprint necessary to construct the build alternative. Step 5 concludes the study with the production of an FM 407 feasibility study report. After the study is completed, the next step will be FM 407 roadway schematic design, environmental analysis, and further public involvement to determine the specific FM 407 roadway design and right-of-way dimensions. After the completion of this study, the department forecasts these next step phases beginning with roadway schematic design, environmental NEPA studies, and further public involvement outreach. After this first step will be construction plan design and utility coordination and relocations. The final third step will be FM 407 roadway construction. After completing the schematic design, right-of-way preservation occurs via land use planning and right-of-way acquisition. Please note the listed dates are subject to change. The build and no-build alternative evaluation and comparison process involved travel demand evaluations along FM 407 in the form of forecasted design year 2045 traffic volumes, traffic safety evaluations, which include crash history locations, minimization of impacts, and municipality and stakeholder agency coordination. The existing FM 407 typical roadway section within the study limits consists of one 11 to 12 foot wide travel lane in each direction with adjacent 1 to 11 foot wide shoulders and no center median. The existing FM 407 right-of-way width varies along the corridor but is overall approximately 80 feet wide. Taking into account the study's previously described need and purpose, the study produced this Build Alternative Alignment exhibit, which was presented at a March 2019 public meeting conducted by TxDOT. Comments received at the meeting were taken into account when each no-build and build alternative concept was later evaluated via a quantitative and qualitative screening analysis. This analysis included screening evaluation criteria such as mobility and traffic operations, engineering, environmental and cost considerations, and accommodating town, city, and county objectives such as planned and ongoing development and local thoroughfare plans earmarking travel lane count and capacity improvements along FM 407. The three specific sections of the FM 407 corridor evaluated by the screening analysis are noted on this exhibit. The matrix screening analysis exhibit can be viewed on the project website at www.keepitmovingdallas.com/FM407FS. Having completed the alternative alignment exploration and matrix evaluation processes, this virtual public meeting is now presenting the study recommended build alternative, which is composed of the red and green alignments. This recommended build alternative exhibit can be viewed on the project website at www.keepitmovingdallas.com/FM407FS. As noted on the legend in the upper left portion of the exhibit, the recommended FM 407 build alignment is depicted by the green and red linear shapes. The outer edge of each green and red shape indicates the approximate recommended right-of-way width. The darker interior color of each green and red shape indicates the approximate recommended FM 407 roadway width. The recommended build alignment adheres to a minimum design speed of 40 miles per hour. Any existing cross-street and driveway access to the existing FM 407 travel lanes will be restored when FM 407 is reconstructed. The specific access design details and the locations of the median left turn lanes will be determined during the future FM 407 roadway design phases. The build alternative roadway is composed of 3 eastbound and westbound FM 407 travel lanes as shown on the exhibit. The build alternative is approximately 13 miles long and the estimated construction cost is approximately $204 million. Projected traffic along FM 407 for year 2045 ranges from approximately 12,000 to 40,000 vehicles per day. Please note all of the FM 407 study recommendations presented during this virtual public meeting are conceptual and therefore are subject to more detailed design and studies which would be undertaken during the department's future FM 407 schematic design, environmental analysis, and public involvement phases. The recommended build alternative includes bridging over FM 156 and the Burlington Northern Railroad within the city of Justin. Within the town of Argyle, FM 407 will remain an at-grade signalized intersection at US 377 and the Union Pacific Railroad. The recommended build alternative also includes access links to and from the existing FM 407 roadway. The green shapes depict the recommended build alignment widening of FM 407 along the existing FM 407 roadway centerline. The red shapes depict the width of the recommended FM 407 build alignment located west and east of FM 156 within and near the city of Justin. The portion of the recommended build alternative specific to the city of Justin is a new location alignment that spans or bridges over FM 156, the Burlington Northern Railroad, and the Denton Creek floodplain. The alignment is also partially located south of existing 12th Street in the city of Justin. Recognizing that no individual build alternative would entirely avoid any type of impact within the corridor, the basis for recommending the red route includes pro and con matrix screening comparisons of all the alternatives, both build and no build, input received from the city and county offices, and functionality of the alternative. The Brown route was not selected because it did not provide a continuous route for FM 407. FM 407 traffic would still have to travel on FM 156, which is not desirable since FM 156 would already be at its traffic carrying capacity limit by year 2045. The Couplet and Purple routes were not selected because they did not provide grade separations over FM 156 and the adjacent railroad. The Couplet also does not provide an optimal 6 total travel lanes. Traffic forecasts and analysis indicate the red route would be more functional, specifically more utilized by travelers in reaching their desired destinations within Justin and south of Justin. In comparison, the blue route serves a lower volume of travelers to the degree that the majority of travelers would revert to traveling the existing 2-lane FM 407 facility in order to reach their desired destinations, rather than choosing to travel the outlying blue route located to the north of Justin. The red route also bridges over the railroad, which in turn avoids lengthy emergency and non-emergency vehicle roadblocks by rail cars. The recommended typical section consists of constructing 3 12-foot wide lanes in each direction and an 18-foot wide curved median which accommodates 12-foot wide left turn lanes. The overall proposed right-of-way width would be approximately 138 feet wide, and the recommended roadway drainage would be curb and gutter. If 12th Street were to be widened to accommodate the red route, residents north and south of 12th would be directly impacted. Therefore, TxDOT is recommending proposing to keep 12th Street in place and install the red route or recommended build alternative south of 12th Street. In doing so, the 6 existing residences located south of 12th Street would be impacted by the alternative. The recommended typical section along 12th Street and on the south side of 12th Street is also 6 travel lanes. A curved median is proposed to separate proposed FM 407 and existing 12th Street, which would remain in place. All public comments received during this meeting will be fully considered and responded to in the FM 407 virtual public meeting record and made part of the final documentation for this FM 407 study. This documentation will then be made available for public review and copying on the virtual public meeting website. Your comments may be provided online or by mail, email, or voicemail. To provide your comments using our online comment form, access the form on the project website at www.keepitmovingdallas.com/FM407FS. There's a link for an online comment form that may be completed on the computer and submitted online. There is also a link for a PDF comment form that can be printed and handwritten and then emailed or mailed to the addresses provided. To submit verbal comments, call 469-333-0439 and leave your comment on the voicemail. Questions on this study may be directed to the TxDOT Project Manager, Stephen Indris, PE, at stephen.endres@texdot.gov. Comments must be received or postmarked on or before Friday, August 14, 2020 to be included in the documentation for this virtual public meeting. We sincerely appreciate your interest in the FM 407 feasibility study. Your questions, comments, and concerns will receive careful consideration. Thank you for attending.